Alright, happy Thanksgiving type thing. Right now, I'm going to do this here. Uh, let's see here. In the sake of mysteries here, it's got paused. That here is empty controller, so it won't change the channel, taking that type of sense. And I'll put that back there. Now, I leave it marked so I know which one it is, I think. So now, in that type thing here is the red and blue. And now, in that type of thing, this person doesn't type thing in that type of sense, but there's a blue and red here and an empty one, which is green, which is like a translucent one, I guess. And that's 3-3 taking that type of sense. But what you want to do is to imagine there's a dot in front of that 3 taking that type of sense. So now, in that you've got dot 3-3-0 type thing. So now in there taking that type of sense, they're not sure if you can see that. That's 330 average type thing in that type of sense in their hot and cold region type thing. Now sometimes these are like 45 and these are 22, and then you want to throw it to their dot 220 area taking that type of sense. Now I usually like to throw some of my best pitches at the 220 taking that type of sense, and some of my tail end or mistiming pitches that aren't as straightforward as a four-seam fastball coming right at them type thing, that's kind of in the zone and out type thing in that type of sense in their hot zone, just to get them to foul tip and do other things in that type of sense to build up strikes, and then challenge their weak zone type thing with my best stuff, and then strike them out, hopefully, type thing in that type of sense. And you have this type of data in your game type thing in that type of sense. Like strikeouts, Ks, sometimes it's SOs, and then you're like 176 SOs or shutouts type thing. And it's like strikeouts, sometimes it's SO taking that type of sense, and it's broken up into 2 words type thing. And that's strike, and that starts with an S, and outs type thing, and that starts with an O, and that's SO type thing. So, so that you know type thing. You hit your right button type thing again, taking that type of sense. Let's go here, and let's go here type thing. Now from that type thing, Dirks was up, there's Kinsler type thing in a triple here in Boston. And in that type of thing, Ian Kinsler, my first video with Kinsler type thing in Tigers, I know I'm behind the World Series type thing, but I apologize that I'm reworking with it type thing, and homework and stuff, and still homework. I go to North Central University type thing. I'm still attending school type thing. I'm a doctoral student. Technically, I used to be a PhD candidate type thing. Now I'm a doctoral in business administration, DBA type thing. And then I went to Keller graduate for project management, and in that type of thing. So business administration is sort of management, and project management is management. And in that type of thing, I went to let's write that here. That's homework again, taking that type of sense. And that's business administration, taking that type of thing. And now that's a form of management, taking that type of sense. Management techniques, taking that type of thing. And that's a doctoral in that. That's DBA, just like the recruit thing, the CIA thing in that type of sense. And that's strike, and that's an S, and out, even though it's only 1 word type thing. You treat it like 2 words type thing. And then you have a forwards K and a backwards K. One's a swinging one, and the other one type thing is they just stood there taking that type of sense and didn't swing, but it was called out anyway. And that's doctoral business administration type thing, and that's a form of management type thing, and that is master's in project management type thing. And that's here, and that is management. So it's 2 managements and learning blocks there, taking that type of sense, and then a bachelor's in engineering management from Rolla, and their name. That's Rolla, taking that type of sense. Their name transferred to the Missouri School of Science and Technology, taking that type of sense. I guess there's people out there that believe that since they changed their name, that the people's degrees from here, Rolla graduated only 1 person taking that type of sense, which was not me. And they graduated me, so all their degrees would be null and void, taking that type of sense. So that's a bachelor's in engineering management, taking that type of sense. And that's management. So now, that's 3 managements type thing. That's the first one, and I finished that one. That's a bachelor's in Rolla, and that's a master's type thing. And that's for the one Rolla thing and the 50,000 people that they graduated type thing who also used it. They were masters in project management, and then instead of a check mark on the DBA type thing, still attending type thing in that type of sense. And that's where I am now, type thing in that type of sense. That's what I'm doing type thing, just adding management upon management techniques. And so in these things, there's all types of techniques and tools pushed together type thing in that type of sense, interviewing with the TV type thing. That is me type thing in that type of sense. And from that type thing, you can look up what Kinsler got type thing in that type of sense. Now 3 means 3 bags type thing in that type of sense, and I need to brush up on scorecard type thing. But that's here, that's first, that's second, and then that's third base type thing in that type of sense, which means he hit a triple. So in that type of thing, you hit a triple in Fenway, because we're on the road right now. And then from there, we can look at information. That's the team, the Tigers. Pitcher type thing in that type of sense. That was all pitches. It was right-handed pitcher. Wasn't a left-handed pitcher. It was a right-handed pitcher. And that's an RHP type thing in that type of sense. Pitch type. That's a fastball, curve, slider, and changeup type thing in that type of sense. And he saw 7 pitches when during his bat. 3 of them he took. 2 he fouled off type thing in that type of sense. One time, his 2 at bats. One time he hit it, he was an out. The out pitch was a fastball on the outside. It's got a red dot, which is corresponding to the results. And there was an out with a red dot type thing there. And one was a hit. There's a green dot for a hit. And it's there, marked low center type thing. That's a tic-tac-toe grid. Again, type thing in its complexity. Not that complicated type thing in that type of sense. But it can be made complicated type thing. Okay, here. That's here. I don't really think I make things as complicated type thing. And there is the X, the center square type thing, that type of sense. And that's the first column, second column, third column, and first row, second row, third row type thing, that type of sense. You can apply this kind of to football too, although people like them to be squished together, of area and control, safeties, linebackers, and defensive line type thing, that type of sense. Offensive line, quarterback, halfbacks, and wide receivers, offensive line, quarterback, and halfbacks, quarterback. You know, whatever thing that you feel makes you feel the most comfortable, or the more weirder quote at a Tupperware party. And in that type of thing, that or more challenging quote type thing of for fallen comrades. And in that type of thing, that's pitch type thing. That was the fastball. We did that. And situation, first at bat, you got the triple type thing, first AB, second AB type thing, you got the out, and early count, you got a triple in the early count, ahead in count, behind in count, you got an out and then a behind in count type thing, and end of at bat type thing, current inning is not in the current inning, label timing, label hit type, label pitch type, label fielder, and bases empty type thing, and all type thing. The whole important thing about injury management is about talking type thing in that type of sense. It really is. Without it, you don't mean anything and you're not a person. And I don't think that's right. And that's engineering type thing in that type of sense, although I never seen them improving it much type thing in that type of thing. That's engineering management. Now you're going to read it as if you're a dyslexic type thing or something like that. And that's management type thing in that type of sense. Or engineering in, like a preposition. That's in type thing. So now in that, engineering is like webographs and things like that type thing, that type of sense. So now you're going to add those types of techniques type thing to management, Peter Drucker, or in that type of thing, that dimming and stuff like that type thing, that type of sense. You're going to add those things to a business office type thing, that type of sense. And like modeling type thing, predictive modeling, shopping cart stuff type thing. So you can do just-in-time management or handle more tighter control, IBM world type thing, pallet management, things like that, and on-time delivery and stuff from the warehouse type thing to the customer's place and stuff like that, that type of sense. And tracking things, radio, and this is another one, that's an R, frequency, identification, tags. And that's a R, F, ID type thing. Stuff like that type thing, that type of sense. Fairly complicated. It's real crazy. So now in that type of thing, you can do that for your hitting type thing, and call that for hitting type thing, that type of sense. And then that's pitching type thing. That's my Suki, and let's see here. That's his pitch type thing. Right now they're using him as a starter. Number 25 pitches for 4S FB, a four-seam fastball. According to him, he's got a slider, which is also a curve type thing in the type of sense. SL slider and curve and the V type thing. And that's 12 pitches and strikes 42% of the time. Four-seam fastball, we've got 3 hits off of for a 250 batting average. It's a cutter that he threw 5 times, 100% strike ratio. Changeup, 33% of the time. And a CB, a curveball, 2 times out of 47 pitches, 68% of his pitches strikes. We're batting 200 versus him type thing. It's 1-0 in the game. And right-handed batters and left-handed batters, all of them. Pitch type, four-seam fastball. It's been all over the grid, taking that type of sense. Let's check the grid. 1 from the center, above the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 type thing. 1, 2, 3 rows. 1, 2, 3 columns type thing, that type of sense. Columns are vertical like pillars type thing. A lot of people are used to leaving rows first type thing, so they think they just go first row, second row, third row type thing in that type of sense. It's just like the columns in the Greek amphitheater type thing, that type of sense. Those are vertical posts type thing, that type of sense, or pillars. And so in that type of thing, that column or pillar type thing matches with the vertical nature of the column type thing, that type of sense. Column and then rows type thing, that type of sense, like people rowing boats in order type thing, which could be in that type of thing. But that's row 1, that's row 2, that's row 3 type thing in that type of sense. 3 on here, or 10 on here, 10 on here type thing, the center alleyway type thing. And that's a column of rowers. That's a column for the drummer and the boat swan type thing. And that's a column type thing for the other rowers type thing, that type of sense. But that is ultimately like really confusing type thing. And in that type of thing, that's first at bats. We've got a lot of outs at first at bats. It's worse at second, third at bats. Early in the count, we've got 2 hits. And ahead of the count, out. Behind count, definitely out. Full count, and into bat type thing. Current inning, nothing's going on. Too early. Had some label time. A lot of foul balls in different places, taking that type of sense. And that's all. First at bat, though, we do have a triple and a hit. Every time he's gone center, we picked up a hit. So I might try to sit on a ball waiting for that type thing in that type of sense. And that's pretty much it. And what he's doing type thing, I'm trying not to do type thing as far as information taking that type of sense. And I usually get that a lot type thing. It's in making decisions or how other people make decisions that aren't even worth anything to me type thing because of my perfection type thing in that type of sense. And that's not me type thing. That's not, you know, I'm always disappointing other people in that type of sense. But that's a four-seam fastball, and I'm not involved in anything. That's an admission type thing in the rest of society doing something type thing that wasn't any relation to them. And that's a four-seam fastball type thing in that type of sense. It's 15 number of pitches, 80% strike type thing in that type of sense. Change up, and that's 11 number of pitches for 91%. And two-seam fastball. But I've never had anybody like play baseball and say like this is any work. Just get the pitch that you have because you're a powerful hitter and do what you do taking that type of sense. And then you can win the Oscars, you can be Tom Hanks or you can be Bradley Cooper or something like that, and that type of thing. And so this is what that is. And if you don't type thing, then you're not the rest of society type thing. Then you're Ving Rams or something like that in that type of sense, or you're a Kanye and with the Kardashian type thing, or your archives or something like that. I don't really know about that. But that pitch total type thing, that's 11 pitches for 91% strike rate type thing. And that's changeups 11 pitches for 91% strike rate type thing in that type of sense for Rick Porcello. And in that type of thing, that's your pitch type, four-seam fastball, changeups. And they've hit my changeups type thing in that type of sense, so I might switch out and throw more fastballs. And in that type of thing, try to use that data to make better decisions. I'm not sure about the other people and the other people how they land, but if that is the case type thing, then you have no reason to say that this is going to help their life type thing in that type of sense because you're already wrong by not being their life or not being better, and you can start with one or something. So that's hits. They've got hits on the inside type thing. Got a lot of outs, take-ins, things like that in that type of sense. And in that type of thing, I really don't know. Now in that type of thing, you do this type thing in that type of sense, and now, unlike other people who do more type thing in that type of sense, then they're like, why, in the context of using the analysis or not using the analysis, that makes you big or not big type thing in that type of sense. So I'm not sure if that's going to make you big type thing, but it might be of help taking in that type of sense. If it's legendary Hall of Fame ring points every time you hit Grand Slam in 162 games out of a baseball season, which is 90, but it's 162 taking that type of sense. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. I'm not sure if there's going to be a triple play every game taking that type of sense. But this might be an edge taking that type of sense for whatever Democrat, Republican, liberal, independent, church, Episcopalian, Presbyterian, Jewish, Chinese, Buddhism, way of life that you prefer to think compared to other people taking that type of sense with whatever background story that is. So that's cool. So that's Tigers. I've thrown 45 pitches. I think we're in the fourth, I think. And he's up there, and Dirks is up there, and I think I've got people on base. I got second with no outs, I think.
And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away.
Okay, now here I'm going to call for
a runner at second,
a four-seam fastball and see if he gets that. See if I can pick it up in his hand.
Ooh, and heads up as this is pulled foul.
Didn't blink, so that wasn't a four-seam fastball, so I knew it was going slower. I didn't know where it was going to be.
Started to chase that time, but then he wisely holds off for ball 3.
Sign of a smart hitter right there.
Softly to the right side, should get the runner to third. Go by for Doyle, be in time, and there's your first out.
Good fundamental baseball right there as he gets the man over to third with one out now.
Number 30 will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one.
This is Nick Castellanos type thing. Prince Fielder used to be first. Cabrera's going to go back to first. And Castellanos, who got burnt a couple years ago for that move for Fielder and Cabrera type thing, probably will come over up to third from AAA.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
So now I'm going to call low like that, taking that type of sense, and see if that works.
And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2.
And if he's smart on the mound, don't expect to see this one anywhere near the zone.
And that's complicated. And that's slider. And that's curve, taking that type of sense. You have no reason to use a good baseball language. You don't play baseball type thing, so you have no reason to say that, taking that type of sense. You're not that amazing type thing. Take SL type thing, and take URVE, taking that type of sense. And from that, that's SLURVE type thing like that, taking that type of sense. And that definitely had to have some type of hookup type thing or some word type thing. I've never thrown a no-hitter. So this information is probably not anything of any use. And somebody could probably take the controller, throw a no-hitter in the first day type thing, and think and be like, why did you think you were big? So I don't really know type thing that type of.
From the belt, the pitch. Now ball hit toward third, but this is going to wind up a foul ball.
Good monster.
And yet another foul ball here as this finds the seats, and the count will remain at 0-2. 1 out and a runner on third. And he goes and chops this one out towards second. Throw over to Ortiz, gets him 2 down.
Bottom line, just drive the run in. Doesn't matter how pretty it is, that's your one job. Well done there.
Number 1 will dig in. 0 for 2 thus far.
Okay. I think I need another book here or so, because I'm in widescreen. And that's here. And that might do it, take me. And one on here. And one more. And that's here. And this. And then that was us doing our baseball edit thing. And let's hit display. 10, 20.
2. 1 out and a runner on third. And he goes and chops this one out towards second. Throw over to Ortiz, gets him 2 down.
Bottom line, just drive the run in. Doesn't matter how pretty it is, that's your one job. Well done there.
Number 1 will dig in, 0 for 2 thus far. In there, no balls and a strike.
Gotta bend the knees and go down and get that one.
Fouled back. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. And bobbled out there by Pedroia. But an excellent recovery as he throws his man out to retire the side. So 1 run here, no hits in the inning, 1 Boston error, and no one left. Home half of the 5th coming up. Tigers lead this one 2-0. Brian Church will stand in to lead things off in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, the machine made some moves. I think they had Ellsbury type thing. But if they got injured, they might have, during the season of the simulation of the video game, then they might have picked up their own players. Wind's going out 18 miles per hour. There's no one on base. Brent Morrow and Bobby Crosby's due up with Shane Victorino afterwards. Rick Porcello's got some energy in him, taking it to 5 innings. That's what all that's there. The replay's there too. Let me fast forward type thing. And I'm not sure how long I left it on pause. Can I do that? Unlike other playing things on computer, what spot are we in? It's 24:30 type thing in the 3rd track. I am not. That's DVD. That's how I record. If you run some X-Fire program type thing or something like that to record on type thing, then from that type thing, you can go straight from your computer to video type thing, but I have to do a different digitalized methods. If I do, they look more seamless without seeing the TV frame type thing. And without that type thing, that type of scenes, that is right on now. And then that's a still picture. Hopefully that won't be blocked. If it is, then I'll reload it type thing in that type of sense. And let's see here. That is let's play. If I go to edit, then I can title delete, edit title type thing, mark the chapter or hide the chapter, or index the picture type thing in that type of sense. And then if I hit return and not setup type thing, return setup this menu, so I'm just going to return without doing anything, and that should take me back to the disk menu. And then now that was in a blue screen with the title delete type thing, and I'm going to hit play, and that's going to put it in a title delete screen with index chapter type thing, that type of sense, and that's going to make it full screen. Now I'm going to leave the display up type thing, and then I'm going to go 10 and then 20, no bar at the bottom of it type thing in that type of sense.
2, 1 out and a runner on third. And he goes and chops this one out towards second. Throw over to Ortiz gets him 2 down.
Bottom line, just drive the run in. Doesn't matter how pretty it is, that's your one job. Well done there.
Number 1 will dig in, 0 for 2 thus far. In there, no balls and a strike.
Gotta bend the knees and go down and get that one.
Fouled back. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. And bobbled out there by Pedroia. But an excellent recovery as he throws his man out to retire the side. So 1 run here, no hits in the inning, 1 Boston error, and no one left. Home half of the 5th coming up. Tigers lead this one 2-0. Brian Church will stand in to lead things off in the bottom of the 5th.
Now with the setups type thing, I keep my pins nearby like art brushes, and I can label DVDs type thing, that type of sense, keep blank ones type thing, that type of thing, and then that way some of the Star Wars, Ward Brandell edits type thing, that type of sense, and Final Fantasy Tactics, some of the Leviathan, done that type thing. Those are videos up on YouTube. Just you can go to YouTube and just type in Ward Brandell or Chad Brown type thing, you should be able to find me. That's play ball. Chat's not making any sense. That's useless.
First pitch to him. And he lays off there, 1-0.
Pitching away
Tried to get him a chase out there, but that ball had too much tail on it.
Hitting only 40 points higher than Gardner last year.
In there, it is
doing
even
defensive
at
stuff.
1.
They hit 209 type thing. It's the same batting average in that area. So that's what I'm aiming for type thing. And my best stuff, I'm just
1-1
giving
on
them
the way.
some tail stuff type thing.
Line hard to the left side.
And hoping
But
Gardner,
foul.
along with Swisher and some of the other Yankee people, are finding Red Phoenix and type thing, that type of sense, like a Dumbledore way type thing. Now he teleported through that thing.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
The Porky
0
was
for
that
2
shoe
with a
that
couple of
teleported him.
strikeouts now.
And you
This
get
is
that
not
bird
shaping up to
right
be a
on his
night to write home about,
talons
that's
type
for
thing,
sure.
that type of sense. And you
Brent
clap at the
Morrell
end,
will
with
step
fire
in.
exploding type
He's
thing.
0 for 1
Then he
thus
disappeared
far.
type thing. And I think he teleported with that type of thing, that type of sense. With this Phoenix, it made this Phoenix a Porky type thing. Fox, the Phoenix type thing. It's Fox. The hawk that's kind of Fox cunning type thing or something.
And they start him out away with a cold strike.
And he'll just live on the black right
just
there.
drop the OX type thing and then just
Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole 0-2.
complicated math type thing. Sound complicated. What's complicated? Is it complication? Yes, master. That's what we're gonna do, master. And so, in that type of sense, that's Fox. Not sure if I've got enough space type thing. That's Fox and Hawks type thing in that type of sense. And we're gonna keep F. And we're gonna keep AWKS type thing. And that's the Phoenix Fox. Just like that. Really complicated type thing in that type of sense. Here, type thing in that type of sense, that's the knees on the batter, that's their belt, that's the letters across their chest type thing, a high pitch, a medium pitch, and a low pitch type thing. That's the plate type thing in that type of sense. So that could be low, medium, and high type thing in that type of sense, in that means too type thing. And that's inside and outside type thing, internal and external type thing in that type of sense. And that's right down the middle type thing in that means. Now, in that type of thing, I'm out there on the mound, and I keep notes type thing because they don't really keep baseball cards in there. And in that type of thing, now I tell myself type thing that he has to keep that curveball. He's got to change up, keep high Porcello drives in his delivery. What I mean in a Bonderman style that he drives in his delivery type thing, he takes his baseball glove and he archer pulls back and then releases type thing, that type of sense, like that type thing. And here, you're going to pull back type thing with your glove, and then you're going to throw with your arm type thing, that type of sense. And because he's driving so hard down type thing, and he gets that kick in that type of means, then in that type of sense, the ball has a tendency to drive down with him type thing after delivery type thing, and it's too low. And so I'm trying to remind myself to throw a little bit high because it's going to fall out a little bit type thing towards the knees type thing, that type of sense. So that I can know how to pilot his playing abilities type thing, that type of sense. Could change them type thing and make them all one uniform type thing, that type of sense, but kind of one of his quirks, I guess. And that's his two-seam fastball. That's the plate type thing. That's inside type thing, that type of sense. If the batter was on the opposite side, his shoulder, this is my shoulder, this is my left arm. I've got one hand type thing, that type of sense. And in that, his left shoulder is facing the batter, and I believe this is right-handed. Your shoulder is facing the opposite direction. That's left. This is right type thing. So he's a right-handed hitter, and then a left-handed hitter has their right shoulder facing type thing, that type of sense. Or it might be the reverse. And so that's with the field type thing. And my shoulder in my side of the plate goes to the field that I'm batting with type thing. And that's this side type thing. That's the right side to right field. And then for me type thing, that type of sense, that's my right, and this is my left, so that would be left field, and that would be right field from the perspective of facing the pitcher. But from me facing the camera type thing, this is my right, and that's my left type thing, and the left is going towards the right type thing. And you have to get your orientation pitch in between different European versus U.S. video games, because they have a different pilot pitch type thing in that type of sense. And that's an important camera control and point of perspective through video game type thing in that type of sense. That's Fenway Park type thing in that type of sense. And so I know if this guy bats 450 on the inside type thing, then I'm not going to use a two-seam fastball because every time he throws it, it's going to always curve back over the plate type thing to the interior type thing in that type of sense, or to inside and beat him, or to his wheelhouse type thing in the 450, either to a hit extended type thing because it came back over the plate, or to his wheelhouse just center type thing to the best average swing that he has type thing in that type of sense, which was a 450 average in the center. And not on the outside type thing, but since I tapered back to his 450 kind of center type thing, it's probably going to do bad things out in the field. And I've got a curveball and a slider, which always usually goes through a right field orientation. And then a changeup I can put on either side, it doesn't matter, center, left, or right field side of the plate. And fastball I can throw internal or external, or like that type thing down the plate. But that's exciting. And there we go. And there we go. And we can hit play.
And he goes after a fastball that pops it up back behind second base. Number one ranges back, and he has it for out number 2. Bobby Crosby will stand in. He grounded out his first time. First pitch on the way. Grounded, foul.
So this guy had a 19 in his upper shoulder, which is a batting 190 average towards the inside. So I'm going to give him a tailing thing type thing to his hot spot so he doesn't line it up right.
Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
He wanted something a little bit more straighter.
Two-strike hitter here. That means just concentrating on making solid contact.
So now it's 0 balls and 1 strike, and we go back after him on the inside.
Fooled him a bit as this is hit high in the air towards right center and shallow.
Bad cut.
Hunter is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. So put another 0 on the board as they've been held scoreless through 5. 5 innings complete. The Tigers lead it 2-0. Ian Kinsler will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Here's the first offering. Ball 1. Now a ball high and deep, heading for the monster, and over the monster, home run. A solo shot here to left, 8th home run on the season for him, as it's now a 3-0 ball game.
And on top of that, partner, this is career home run number 100 for him, so maybe he can make a deal and get that ball for his mantle.
Brian Pena will stand in. Base on balls his last time.